everybody, welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm gonna give you a garden tour, but first we have to harvest because some vegetables are growing way too big and they definitely need to go off the plants. The last harvest we did, we had 4 zucchinis, but today we have a lot more and different varieties, so come! First we go to the zucchinis. I already see it.
Whoa. Oh, there it is. Hi. It's a weird one.
It has some rotting on the end. Yeah, I think when the neighbor was mowing the grass, he accidentally touched the side of the Yugo culture and mowed off the bottom half of the plants. So I think this is the result of that. This is the herb spiral we made long ago, and the basil is getting bigger and bigger. This one I harvested in the morning. If you leave your basil like this, it gets very big and then in a few days it gets flowers. If you cut off the first piece of the basil, then it spreads out and it gets more like a bush, and otherwise it's going up and then flowers and then you can't eat them again. So that's why you have to prune them. I'm gonna show you. You have the basil and you have the 4 leaves on the top, and then you have this piece and then you cut it like here, or just do it with your fingers, and then this is gonna spread out in 2 leaves. We also have a lot of parsley. Taking a look at the first beetroot, and I think it's ready to harvest. Look at it. So I'm gonna try to pull it out and see if we can eat our first beetroot of the season. It's small, but we can definitely eat this. Does someone know if you can eat the stems of the leaves of the beetroot? Because they look really delicious with the color, but if you have a recipe, just leave a comment below and maybe we can make something of this. We're here at the second Yugo culture, and this is actually the first time we can harvest from this Yugo culture. We are in our front garden with the first ever garden bed we ever made, and we have pickles, but really big ones. It's a small one, but it's a big one actually. So this is the harvest of today. I never had so much food for free. It's amazing. So take a closer look. It's the next day and it's time for the garden tour. We start here in the front yard where we have our first ever made garden bed. We have here 2 tomato plants and they're doing very well. We have a lot of tomatoes on them already, and we planted 3 pickle plants. Yeah, actually it were 5, but our cat dug one up and he destroyed it completely. And the other one was killed by a mole in the ground. So now we have 3 pickle plants, and I think it's even better because they already take up a lot of space, and if we had 5 there it would weigh too much. So now 3, it's fine. They have space to grow up, they have space for the air flowing, so that's great. And on the other side we have broccoli, And we were discussing it, what else we have here. Ineke thought we had more broccoli here, and I thought we have white cabbage here, so I don't actually remember. So this one is broccoli, I'm almost 100% sure, but the other ones, I don't know. Story of our lives. That's it for the front yard. We did not plant as many as in the other spaces around, because when we plant the garden we did not know what to do with the front yard, so that's why we didn't plant as much. Now we're gonna go to the big land, our future fruit forest. To our right we have our orange tree. It's growing very well and it has a lot of leaves now. The only thing I hope, it will grow something in height and the thickness of the stem. We don't film him a lot, but he's very pretty and I hope he will grow very big. Yeah. Now we go to the old bed frame. We recycled an old bed frame here because we didn't want to throw it away, and we thought it would be a nice trellis to grow some cucumbers on. So we planted 4 cucumbers in one row. One died, so we have 3 left. And now it's very ugly, I know, but I hope in a few weeks it will be covered in leaves and then we don't see the old bed frame anymore. So that's it. And behind the bed frame we have some tomatoes, and the plants having tomatoes for the first time, and they're looking very cute. I secured the tomato plants with some rope because the plant was getting very heavy because of the tomatoes. So I hope it's not gonna snap now. But look at it, it's so cute. It's a meat tomato. Excuse you? No, you're not allowed in the garden bed. Yeah, we go to the trellis now. Hank is already going. We have planted some cucumber plants here and they finally started to grow well. First they were like, no, I don't want to grow, I'm yellow. And now they're growing big and big leaves and green, and they have their flowers now. So I think in 3-4 weeks we have our first cucumber harvest. I planted a lot of beans and this is the only plant that survived, and I planted him here and we named him like Boontje. It's in English it's called like little bean. It's like our precious little bean. So Boontje. And I'm taking a closer look now. There are actually little beans on it. Whoa! I did not see that before. Like, whoa, there are beans on it. Over there we planted some watermelons. Ineke is gonna step in because she made the plot for the watermelons.
So here we have our watermelons and sunflowers. You can already see them. They are getting so big. They was just this small when we planted them, and now they're enjoying the sun and they're popping off out of the ground. And next to them there are the watermelons. They're still little, but they're doing alright. I hope they're gonna get as big as the other one on the hugelculture. We made a little circle with stones that we have here, so we recycled everything again. And now Siebrugge is gonna take over again.
Now we're going to the chicken field because we have chickens! Yay! Come on, little. Expose yourselves! Alright, we have some chickens and we made a whole video about the chickens, so if you did not see the video yet, take a pause in this video, go watch the chicken video and come back to this one. But they had their first week now. It's a week today. And they're doing great. They're laying 1 to 3 eggs a day. The chickens are still very young, so I think the eggs will come in a few weeks. Now we're going to the compost. The compost is doing great. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you see when I scoop it around, it's darker on the inside, so you see it's already starting to compost. So that's what we want. Now we go to our little mistakes, because we made a mistake. We have the beetroot here, but first we had the beetroot in the backyard in a
garden bed.
I can't talk in this heat. It's intense on my face and I'm sweating. We had these beetroots in the backyard in the garden bed, and we had all clay soil in it, and it was very dry and they didn't get any bigger. So we replanted the beetroot and some cabbages and we put them here. So yeah, now they're doing better and have more water and can grow their roots deeper. But I don't know, the beets are looking okay and the cabbages are not growing very big. But maybe if we see the footage from a few weeks ago and now they're actually grown, but I see them every day and I don't think they've grown any centimeters, but maybe they are. But I think they're a waste of space now, so maybe we're gonna just put them out and place something new in there. That's it for the garden tour. We could show you way more, but we highlighted some parts of the garden. So let me know what part of the garden you liked the most. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and take a look at our Buy Me a Coffee page. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye!